school.
Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good day. I hope all of you are having a good day, and welcome to this year's virtual conference. It's a whole new world out there, people. I'm so excited to have you join my session today on Sanford Harmony and to learn more about this amazing social emotional learning program. I was in a conference just like you are about 3 years ago, Northwestern College in Orange City, Iowa, and I was learning about Sanford Harmony. And I cannot believe that this program was free. The resources were free. The professional development was free, and the materials were amazing. I started utilizing them at my school and just found them as a great piece to use to help all of our students develop to their fullest potential and to have an incredible culture and climate at my elementary school where I served as the elementary principal. And here I am. Now I work as an ambassador for Sanford Harmony, and I'm so excited to tell you about the program. Here is my contact information. I am located in Iowa, where I have been a lifetime elementary educator and elementary principal. I serve the Midwest territory for Sanford Harmony. And yes, again, I'm like the Oprah Winfrey. You get this for free, you get that for free. It's like Christmas here, folks. Everything that we provide is 100% funded by our philanthropist, T. Denny Sanford, and his $200 million that he has invested into changing the world one student at a time through social emotional learning. You'll find Sanford Harmony on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest. Right now, we're going to watch a short video that gives you an overview of the Sanford Harmony program. It's just a few minutes long, and then I'm going to get to the really good stuff.
Let it rest until your good is better and your better is your best.
Welcome to Miss Moorville's second grade class at Aggie Roberts Elementary in Clark County, Nevada, where one of the largest school districts in the nation is helping lead a global movement. The goal is both ambitious and childlike in its simplicity. They just want people to be nice.
Really, the immediate impact is that students are aware of what it means to be kind and be nice. Often we say, just be nice to your friends or be a good friend, and we don't really tell them what that means or spend any time teaching them about that. So I think students are a lot more aware of how to be a kind person and a respectful person.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
Clark County is just one of many districts across the United States to adopt the Sanford Harmony program.
You are very good.
Philanthropist T. Denny Sanford and the National University System
Good work.
have partnered to invest millions of dollars to make this comprehensive social emotional learning program available free of charge, and its impact is already being felt.
Harmony is actually giving my class a sense of community that wasn't there before, and so the amazing thing with Harmony is my kids are able to take these strategies that they're learning here in the classroom in our morning meetups, and then they're using them outside of our classroom. They're using them on the playground. They're using them at home even. They come and tell me stories where they followed a Harmony goal and they were able to problem solve a situation.
Be kind. Be fair. Respect others. Listen to others. Include everyone.
If you can follow our goals, our Classroom Harmony goals, then you are setting yourself up for success.
But what about those who say they just barely have enough time to teach reading, writing, and arithmetic?
What the studies have proven that through these programs, there's more actual time in the room to learn and to teach because there's a lot less disruption in the classroom.
I think it needs to spread throughout the world. I mean, everyone in the world needs to understand how to be respectful and kind to one another.
The motto at Sanford Harmony is changing the world, one classroom at a time. And it looks like they're well on their way.
Sanford Harmony Harmony is an award-winning Castle Select program. If you're not familiar with Castle, I would recommend that you check out their website. Castle is the clearinghouse, the national headquarters for everything SEL in our country. The 5 components that make up the Sanford Harmony program are self-awareness, teaching self-management, responsible decision-making, building those relationship skills, and teaching social awareness. My presentation today, since it's virtual learning, and I know all of your time is so valuable, and I'm afraid that some of you might be cutting in and out early of sessions, that I'm starting at the end, at the beginning, because I don't want you to miss out on the best components and all the amazing free resources. And if you do have to leave the session early or can't watch all of it, stay for the next 10 minutes so you know about the program, and then you can reach out for me to come and train your staff and teachers. So first of all, I want you to pull out your phones, and I want you to download the Sanford Harmony Game Room. You'll find it on the apps, the Apple apps or the Android app. If you have an iPad, you can also go to your app store. And right now, I'd like you to download the Sanford Harmony Game Room. While you're downloading it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. The Sanford Harmony Game Room is made up of 6 different social emotional learning games, and they'll be adding 24 more games. So there will be 30 different games that connect to the social emotional units that the kids can play in a game format with 2 to 6 players, or can play with their parents at home. It's very productive and positive learning when you can play a game on the phone that's promoting your social emotional learning skills and developing those types of conversations with your families and with your peers. You'll also find on the game app relaxation stations. These are perfect for a calm down corner. If you have a calm down corner area in your classroom, or a place where they can go just to take a break, that they're maybe having a tough day or things aren't going so well, and they just need to relax a little bit so that they can come back and focus on what's going on in the classroom or learning, or focus on what's going on in the home. And so you also have the relaxation stations that are part of the game app. And thirdly, we have the connection cards. And the connection cards I'll talk about in a little more detail once we go in the training and lessons. But it's a great resource for teachers and parents to have discussions with their students or with their own children. I'll give you just a few more minutes to download the game. And when you have some free time, go ahead and play the game later today with your peers, or pick up a child or a kid and play one of the games with him and experience the game app. I know you're all good at multitasking, so I hope you have the information down. I hope the game app is loading on your phone or your iPad. And now I'm going to ask you to go to the website. This is the place to sign up and join and to get a free account for the Sanford Harmony resources and professional development that's available virtually. Our program is 100% an online program, and that works out great as we can continue to improve it, change the information, update the information, and improve the site and the lessons and activities. So if you have your laptop, I'll ask that you start logging into this site. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to log into this site too. And then I will take you around the dashboard of the Sanford Harmony program. So if you don't have your computer with you right now and aren't able to follow along watching the site, don't worry about it. I will take you step through the program, and you'll be able to log on and get an account later today. All right, this is the home page for Sanford Harmony. You will see over here the sign up now button. You're probably already past that, probably logging into the account. I'm going to log in for me since I've already signed up. After you have signed up, you're going to come to a page that looks like this. It's going to have the Sanford Harmony site. The Sanford Inspire site is something that you can check out on your own, or I'd be happy to meet with you and tell you more about it. It is a professional development site for teachers. It's a great site for professional development. The Sanford College of Education is where Sanford programs are located at in our home base. And the Institute of Philanthropy is a great site if you are part of a nonprofit, or if you know a fundraiser for a nonprofit, this would be a great site for them. Today we're talking about Sanford Harmony and our social emotional learning program. Hopefully you're not having any trouble getting logged in and signed up for an account. If you do, don't worry, just contact me later, send me an email, and I will help you get all signed up. You want to sign up for Sanford Harmony. The benefits are amazing. The information that you receive. This last summer, they gave teachers and educators and principals 9 hours of free graduate credit classes. So when you're working on recertification, you can take SEL classes, and the credit is 100% free from Sanford Harmony. All right, this is what our main page looks like. If you have logged into the system, this is what you will see. If you're logging in on your iPad or phone, it may look a little bit different, but this is the main page. The dashboard always brings you back to our home page here. The curriculum, you can see we have the different grade levels. We also have Harmony at Home, and we have out of school time for lower and elementary grades. And this would be primarily used by before and after school programs, 4-H, Boys and Girls Clubs, those types of groups that work with children outside of the school day. Stories, songs, and games, pretty self-explanatory. The community, and that's what you're signing up for, is our community today. And so you will get announcements and updates about different offerings through Sanford Harmony and different webinars that are being offered and free graduate credit classes. SELPD is a PD site for taking more classes about social emotional learning and learning more about social emotional learning as an adult and an educator. And this is probably the most important button. So everyone take a quick break. If you're multitasking, look at this here, how it works. And the top button is Quick Start Guide. You click on that, and this will take you step by step through the program of Sanford Harmony Learning. It's very well done. It's not rocket science. It's a very teacher, user-friendly program. And so you could just continue with these steps and do your own self-paced training if you have to leave the session early today, or if you want to tell someone about Sanford Harmony, this would be the place for them to start, is to sign in, get an account, go to How It Works, Quick Start Guide. On-demand training are videos of people teaching the lessons. It's also videos of people doing the everyday practices about Sanford Harmony. Has the Harmony at Home link that you can set up for parents and have them sign up so that they can reinforce Sanford Harmony and social emotional learning at home. Scope and sequence, pacing plans, all of those different things that you'll find part of a solid curriculum program. We are going to start off over here focusing on the everyday practices. These are things that we're going to want to happen every single day in your classroom or at least a couple times a week. They're very simple. They don't take very much time, but they are the key components to developing the social emotional learning skills in our students so that they can practice them. The most important skill of all is developing harmony goals for your classroom. I'm clicking on Harmony Goals. Here you can read through the definition about how to set up and create harmony goals, but it's really quite simple and is developed here in 4 steps. You're going to ask the kids to think about and discuss with them, how do they want to interact with each other? Like being kind, take turns talking, listening, be a friend to everyone, help each other, care about each other. You're going to ask them to brainstorm 3 to 5 things on what our classroom and what the students in our room should be like. What should Mr. Third Grade's family be like here at Dover Elementary? And you're going to talk about those things. And you're going to narrow it down into 3 or 5 things, which typically are: be caring, be responsible, be a good listener. Maybe your school already has traits developed that they work on. Maybe they have tiger traits, or they have the lion laws, or rocket points. If your district has already developed some building-wide objectives and goals, you can use those too. But it's nice to have the students give input about creating those harmony goals for their classroom. The most important part of this is to monitor these goals, and then you're going to talk about them on a routine basis. Because when you're developing skills like being kind, being caring, being a good listener, those are skills that you never reach an endpoint of excellence. It's something that you're always working and building towards, is to improve those skills and to learn from your mistakes. We all learn from our mistakes. I'm going to return to the dashboard. I'm going back here to everyday practices, and we're going to click on Meet Up. So you can see here, the harmony goals that we talked about is right there. We're on Meet Up, and shortly we're going to be talking about Buddy Up. So Meet Up, I'm going to click on the steps to Meet Up. Meet Up is just what it says. You're going to get all the kids together and you're going to have a classroom meeting. At the lower elementary, you're probably already doing this. You're having your calendar time. That can become your meetup time. We're just going to add an SEL component to that time. Maybe in your older grades, you have homeroom time. This is going to be your homeroom or your study hall time, where you're going to take some time to meet up and work on the skills that build culture and climate and develops your students to be good citizens, good neighbors, good workers, and good people. So it'll look different at different age levels, but it needs to be done at least once a week. At the upper elementary, I see a lot of places where they start their day out on Monday having a meetup, and they end their week on Friday having a meetup. And then at the lower elementary, I see many of them do it every single day as part of their calendar time and show and tell time. The 4 steps of meetup. 1, welcome. Get everybody together, do something quick and fun. Maybe the wave around the room. Maybe it's a fist bump around the room. But you're going to do something quick and fun that gets everybody in a happy, jovial state. And we're going to give you about 60 different ideas of things that you can do as a welcome. Some take 10 seconds, some may take a little bit longer, but you can pick which one to use depending on how much time you have. Step number 2 is share and respond. This is the most critical piece to remember, that you're going to have 3 or 4 kids share. And the rest of the kids are going to be looking at how to be a good listener, how to listen to understand someone. Instead of listening to respond, we want to listen to understand. How to have a conversation, taking turns back and forth, asking them questions. Those are all important life skills. So at the lower elementary, maybe that's your show and tell time, and you have 3 or 4 kids that do their show and tell time. At the upper elementary, you may give them a topic to talk about or something to share, or you may let them pick their own topic to share, and we'll give you a list of different ideas that you can give them ahead of time that they can share about. After you do the share and respond time and given a few kids the opportunity to kind of be the star on the stage and have their turn sharing about themselves, then you're going to do a community check-in. The community check-in is just the foundation of cooperative learning and reviewing how are we doing. We said our goals are be kind, be respectful, be a good listener, and help everyone. Can anyone give me an example of helping everyone? Can someone give me an example when maybe they weren't helping everyone? And how did it affect the group? But it's going to be that time where you're going to sit down and talk about those goals for your classroom and how you're doing. You're going to celebrate the great things that are going on, and then you're going to brainstorm and talk together about the problems that are happening. What went bad at recess that needs to be talked about at meetup so that we can diffuse those problems and give the kids the skills to problem solve on their own and to demonstrate the behaviors that we want. After you had your time for your community check-in, you're going to do something quick and fun again. And we'll give you a list of different ideas for quick connections through quick connection cards of something that you can do fun with the kids before they go back to their desks to start social studies or math or science or reading. So 4 quick steps to the meetup process. Welcome, share and respond, community check-in on our goals, and a quick closure of something fun. And that's a great way to build those social, emotional skills in your students and really sets up a climate that is caring and nurturing for everyone in the room and gives skills to problem solve amongst the group together and to demonstrate and practice those school skills with each other. Now over here, we're just going to click right on Buddy Up. Instead of going, I can go back to the dashboard, but since it's part of everyday practices, it's right here. And I will click on Buddy Up. Buddy Up is just like it sounds. Your students are going to buddy up with each other. The most important part is that they need to have a different buddy every week. They need to be able to develop the skills to work with all different types of personalities, all different types of individuals. They need to be able to, boys and girls need to be able to work together. Strong personalities and passive personalities have to be able to work together and share and come up together with solutions and ideas. You're going to want to start the buddy up process by talking about what does a good buddy look like? What does a good buddy sound like? What do they not look like? What do they not sound like? And why would it be important for us to get to know everyone in the classroom at a deeper level? Why would we want that? And to have those discussions, so you set up the buddy up for success. You're going to track your buddies, and there's some different buddy grids and buddy boards there, examples that you can use for that, so that throughout the school year, they're going to have a different buddy each week. And buddy up, keep it simple, people. This is, we're going to give you a list of activities they can do together that can be planned time, but they can also be as simple as, hey, get together with your buddy and practice flashcards. Get together with your buddy and tell them what the main idea of the story was about. Do the science lab today with your buddy. And then we can also be more specific and give them specific social emotional learning tasks to do that are part of the quick connection cards. And we will talk about that here shortly. Buddy up is simple and easy, and you do it when it works in the system and when you have time. So the third component you're going to find here are the quick connection cards. The quick connection cards are also available on the app, so teachers can pull them right from their phone. You can see here that you can print them out in color or black and white. We have 3 types of connection cards. The community builder cards. These are things for class discussions and activities designed to bring the peers together. So these are things that you could do when you have meetup. For the early childhood, it says everyone is randomly assigned a number and then they must line up in order without talking. That's how you can get ready for meetup. I clicked on that button there to show you that there are about 30 different ideas that you can use for lower elementary with those meetup activities, either at the beginning or at the end. Let's look at this one. What goes down? Students stand in 2 lines that face each other. Everyone holds out an index finger facing up so that the fingers form a line down the center. A yardstick or other object is placed across the outstretched fingers, and the group must lower the yardstick to the floor together without it falling. So just different group activities. Another set of cards are the collaboration cards, and these are wonderful for buddy up activities. So at the lower elementary, if you need a buddy up activity, paint or draw a friendship mural with your buddy. For the upper grades, it's bow tie buddies, using only one hand each, tie a piece of a ribbon into a bow with your buddy, or you can use their tennis shoes. Using one hand each, help each other tie your tennis shoes or your shoes that you're wearing. Again, if you click on those, there's going to be a great list of different activities that you can do. Create an acrostic poem together with your buddy. Toss the balloon back and forth with your buddy, keeping it off the floor as long as possible. You could do that as a large group and meet up too. Make up a silly handshake with your buddy. That's a really fun one to do. And whoever their buddy is, they'll do their handshake with their buddy all year long with their secret handshake. So those are just some ideas there for buddy up activities. Okay, so I'm going back here to quick connection cards because I clicked out too early. I did not show you the third set of cards. The third set of cards are the conversation cards. These are cards that you can use for buddy up to share with each other. You can also use these during the meetup time when you're having 3 or 4 students share and the rest as listeners in your group. They could share utilizing these questions. So, early childhood, what is something that you have done that made you feel brave? They could share that, or they could share that with a buddy. Upper elementary, today are you that is truer than true. There's no one alive who is youer than you, Dr. Seuss. What has made you feel proud? They could share with their classmates what has made them feel proud, or they could share with their buddy. And again, you click on those, and there's a great big list of them. And they are also can be printed out from the website, or you can find the cards in the app on your telephone. All right, I'm going to go back to the dashboard button here. So we've talked about Harmony goals, meetup, buddy up, and quick connection cards. I usually spend a lot more time on that, but I know your time is valuable and this is a conference, but I want you to know that under the how it works, if you go to on-demand training, there is these videos. This is an overview video. It's more detailed than the one I demonstrated or showed earlier. But right here, you have Harmony in Action, the everyday practices. And this tells you in great detail about how you set up everyday practices for Sanford Harmony. And then we're going to be going into the lesson activities next. And you'll see here that we also have a video that you can watch about lessons and activities. And then we have the demonstration videos where they're teaching lessons from the Sanford Harmony units that teachers can watch. And if you go to the Sanford Harmony YouTube channel, you'll find even more lessons there about Sanford Harmony that are part of the different grade levels. So that's under the how it works, the on-demand buttons, if you wanted more information about everyday practices. We're going back to the dashboard. And I have over here, you can see the grade level units. I'm going to pick 4th grade. And pops up 4th grade. And we have our 5 units. We have diversity, inclusion, empathy and critical thinking, communication, problem solving, and peer relationships. It does not matter what grade level you're at. These are the same units for every single grade unit, because we are teaching these skills and building upon them. And what you learn as a kindergartner about diversity and inclusion, of course, it's going to be different than the learning at a 4th or 5th grade level. So the lessons are different. And these are skills when you're talking about kindness, caring, being an honest, respectful, good human, good citizen. Those are skills that you don't master. Those are skills that you're continually working on and learning about and improving and growing. The most important thing to remember with the units is teach Unit 1 first. Unit 1 really sets the foundation for culture and climate in your school building, in your classroom. And I would highly encourage that the classroom teachers teach Unit 1. Don't let the guidance counselor, principal, or someone else come in and teach Unit 1, because Unit 1, you're going to love it, and it's going to really set the foundation for developing your classroom into a caring, responsible, respectful place that is full of good listeners and kids that want to treat each other kindly, with respect, and with dignity. So classroom teachers, I really emphasize that you're going to want to teach the lessons of Unit 1. And many of you as classroom teachers are already doing that in your first 2 weeks of school when you're teaching routines and procedures and setting up that classroom environment. And Unit 1 connects greatly with that type of environment. The other units can really be taught by a classroom teacher or a school counselor or a social worker, or how you ever want to set it up in your school. I have some schools where the everyday practices are teacher responsibilities and Unit 1 is teacher responsibilities. And then maybe the school counselor or social worker is teaching these other units when they go into the classroom. And I have a lot of schools where the classroom teacher is maybe teaching Unit 1 and 3 and 5, and the school social worker or school counselor is teaching Units 2 and 4. It just depends what works best for your system and your schedule of how to break up those lessons. The lessons are really user awesome friendly. And I just love that about the program, is that they're really scripted, well prepared, and there's very little prep work for those utilizing the lessons. We are in grade 4, the unit on diversity and inclusion. The format that you are going to see here with these lessons is the same format for every lesson for every grade level. So it becomes very familiar and very easy for you to navigate, and all the resources and materials you need are right there on the lesson. Unit 1, diversity and inclusion. We have the goals of the unit. We have the homeschool connection letter. This is a letter that goes home to your families that promote what is happening about diversity and inclusion and how you're teaching that in the classroom. You will see that everything can also be viewed and printed in Spanish. All of our programs and lessons and websites, everything can be switched to a Spanish mode. So you can look at them in the Spanish language or the English language. But here's a letter to the family on diversity and inclusion. And we'll go back. And you'll see home activities here. So home activities that they can use to teach diversity and inclusion. And I have a lot of after school and before school programs that also utilize these activities, youth groups and different things that will use these homeschool activities to promote social emotional learning. You have the relevancy. Why is this important? Why are we teaching it in school? And then we have lesson number 1. The lessons are laid out very easy for you to operate. So you see lesson 1 here is a 45-minute activity. And if you don't have 45 minutes, you might break it up into 3 lessons or 2 lessons. And the times are just examples of time. As you know, teaching any lesson, depending on what your students know in discussion and what they don't know, depends on how long it's going to take. But we're going to click on Start the Activity for Lesson 1. And this is the format that you will see in all of our lessons. First of all, here are the materials and preparation that you need. You have to copy and print out this worksheet. And when you click on that button, that worksheet is going to pop up and you can send it to the printer and you are ready to go to teach the lesson. Setting the stage, the pre-teaching. What do you do at the beginning of the lesson? How do you check their background knowledge on the topic? You set the stage. It's scripted out right here for you. Ask students if they want a classroom that knows how to work and have fun together. Tell students they're going to share information and items with the class. Then you're going to teach the lesson, facilitate the activities. Have students complete the Who We Are worksheet. Arrange chairs in a circle and begin sharing with the class. And finally, the closure. You're going to wrap up the lesson. What was it like sharing your items and learning about your classmates? What did you learn about each other? Did anything surprise you? Why do you think it's important for us to spend time getting to know each other at the beginning of the year? And there you have the first lesson of who we are. If I go down here to the 4th lesson of this unit under diversity inclusion called Classroom Identity, and I click on Start Activity, you can see it has the lesson goals, I need the names and mottos handout. I start the activity for that lesson, and again, we set the stage, we facilitate and run the activity, and we wrap it up. And all of the lessons are created with that very teacher, very scripted format that teachers can adjust for themselves to meet their own needs, to meet the needs of the students. So I go back to the dashboard, and there we are. So that is a very quick overview of Sanford Harmony. In just a second, I'm going to put back up my contact information. We need to tell people about this. Don't keep this a secret. We need to let everyone know about the game app that they can download for free for their students and their schools and their children. And we need to let them know about this social emotional learning resource available online here. I'm available to come out and provide professional development for your school. We can do that. I'll come out to your school or to your before and after school program or location and give presentations. I do lots of early childhood presentations, or you can also have presentations done virtually. Or we can train someone from your staff to be a trainer for Sanford Harmony, because it's not rocket science. It's just good teaching, good social emotional learning in a format that's well prepared for you to share and to utilize with your schools. When we are finished here, after I've shared my contact information, you will have some additional time for your session. Use that as you need to. But if you want to dive into Sanford Harmony deeper, I would strongly suggest that you go to the How It Works button and follow through with the Quick Start Guide. That would be one avenue, or take some time to dive into the lessons. And then I would really encourage you to check out the Sanford Inspire site, our professional development site for people that work with children. It is an incredible resource, and I'd be happy to tell you more about that too. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen. You know what to do when we're done here. I'm going to share my contact information one more time. There it is. I am Don Ortman, dortman@nu.edu. That is my work telephone number. You can also find us at Sanford Harmony. If you're in Missouri today, you'll find a page called Harmony, Missouri. If you're in Nebraska, you'll find a page called Harmony, Nebraska. I have Harmony, Iowa, Harmony, South Dakota, Harmony, North Dakota, and Harmony, Wyoming, Montana, and Alaska. But I've set up our own pages for each state besides our company's main page, www.stanfordharmony.org. I thank you for tuning in with me today for this virtual session. I hope you have a great day. I want to thank you for all that you do for children to make this world a better place and to help them develop to their optimal potential. Use the rest of this time to dive into the Sanford Harmony or the Sanford Inspire website, or do what you need to do, because I know how busy and challenging your jobs are, and I thank you for what you do. Have a great day.